friends, it's Jennifer with Jennifer at Home. Today we're going to be making some sugar cookies, and this is a super easy recipe that I've been working on perfecting for many years. And I finally have a sugar cookie that I'm really happy with. This sugar cookie is very soft, but yet it's not fragile. It keeps its shape. As you can see, it holds the very sharp edges, and it's super delicious. So let me show you. It only takes a few simple ingredients and makes a wonderful cookie. Okay, so all you'll need for this recipe is 3 cups of flour, 1 egg, 1 cup of sugar, a ½ teaspoon of salt, 2 sticks of butter, and you have the option of either using almond extract or vanilla. So I've been making sugar cookies for many years, and I have 4 different recipes that I like, and I was trying all 4 of them over the years, and I decided that I like something about it one, something else about another one, so I decided that I was going to combine all these recipes and do some trial runs and see if I could find one that combined would make a much better cookie, one that was durable to decorate, not so fragile, but yet still soft and tasty. So I wanted to have a cookie that kept a really sharp edge when I cut it, that didn't spread out all over the baking sheet. So this recipe I've come up for, I think, is super easy. It doesn't call for extra things like cream of tartar. There's no baking powder, no baking soda. It's just simple ingredients that you have probably on hand almost all of the time. And instead of using vanilla in this recipe, I decided to go with almond extract because my kids grew up having sugar cookies with almond extract, since that's the ingredient that was in the first cookie recipe that I ever found and I made for many years. So this kind of brings back the heirloom cookie that we've always known with our family, with the kids growing up, and brought it into the future so that this will be the cookie recipe that holds up with the test of time. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is add 2 sticks of butter at room temperature. We also need to add the 1 cup of sugar and the ½ teaspoon of salt. And we just want to cream this on low. We want to cream it on low so that we don't whip any air into it. We just want to cream it on the lowest setting so that it will mix gradually and not whip a bunch of air as it mixes. And you only want to just mix it until it just comes together, and then you want to scrape down the side of the bowl before adding the next ingredients. Okay, with the mixer on low, we'll next add a cold egg and either the almond extract, or if you prefer vanilla instead, you can add vanilla. And we'll just let that mix until it gets incorporated. Then we'll scrape down the bowl again and add the flour. And it's just that easy. Okay, and once the egg and the almond extract are mixed up, I'm going to start adding the flour. I'm going to add just a little bit at a time, gradually adding it all, turning the mixer on low, and then I can start adding the rest, a little bit at a time, giving it a chance to mix in. Now this dough will still look a little crumbly when it's done, but once it starts to clean the sides of the bowl, which this has, that means it's done. If you touch it and it imprints, but doesn't stick to your finger, then it's ready to go. And here's how the dough looks. It looks great, and I'm super excited to roll it out and see how it is. Now I like to use powdered sugar instead of flour when I'm making a sugar cookie, because we don't want to get that flour taste with our cookie. we'd be much happier to have a sugar cookie that has a sweet taste than a dry taste of flour. So I like to spread out some confectioner sugar. I call it powdered sugar, but its real name is confectioner sugar. And let me just take this oval shape here. I'll make a football for my husband. I'm sure he'll like that. And here's how it looks. There's a nice crisp shape. And so if you'd like, before you bake the cookies, you can always add some sprinkles to them. We'll add some purple here so that you can see what that looks like. And I just lightly press it down, and then when they bake, the cookie will already be decorated. Or you can wait till they're all done and completely cooled, and you can decorate them with icing and more sprinkles. Okay, we're going to put these into our preheated oven at 325 degrees. Okay, and here's how the cookies turned out. All we need to do now is just let them sit on the tray for about 4 to 5 minutes and let them cool completely. Then move them off onto a cooling rack. And once they're completely cool, they'll be ready to decorate. These cookies only take about 15 minutes to bake. And another helpful tip I wanted to mention in this video is when you're rolling out the dough, try not to handle it any more than necessary because our body heat will warm up the dough, and we don't want that. We want to keep the dough nice and cold so that the cookies don't spread when they're in the oven. The full recipe will be listed in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe.